Just when you thought it was safe to turn it off, we are back on your TV set. I am Will.
And I'm Karen.
And you're watching a special edition of the Skeptic Metaphysicians live from Virginia Beach Convention Center
Woohoo!
here at Spirit Fest.
I got a woohoo each time.
You got a woohoo.
Woohoo.
This is a woohoo occasion. Woohooable occasion. Yes,
Yes.
even Lorenzo Jones is getting on the woohoo. So we are, again, in the last few hours left of Spirit Fest. If you're not here yet, you're going to miss it. So you better hurry up. It's only until
2.5 hours, right?
2.5 hours. So 5:30. Yeah. So
5:30.
hurry up. Give you another reason, as if we haven't given you enough reasons to come here so far. We got another reason for you to come, and that is this gentleman right here.
Right here, yeah.
Not so big, just perfectly sized reason called Lorenzo Jones. Lorenzo Jones is an astronumerologist.
And I have no idea what that means.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're astronumerologist, you put the two together and you get Lorenzo Jones.
I mean, yes, let's have him explain what it means.
Probably a good idea. Let's make sure that microphone's on, and then here we go.
So as astronumerologists, it's just simply blending the two modalities of astrology and numerology. So instead of saying astrologist and numerologist, it's astronumerologist.
I love that.
Oh, okay.
So then, what do you actually take both of them and do it in the same reading, or do you do separately, or how do you do
both? I can either look at your natal chart through astrology, look at your initial imprint, look at your transits. I can also break down your birth code, which is your birthday, and then I blend the two together and see what we have. And 99 times out of 100, they line up with one another. So it's very confirmation.
Cool. Yeah, very cool.
So why do astrology and numerology blend so well?
Because you got to understand numbers are everything. Numbers are the energy. And then when you look at aspects in astrology, they break down to meanings of numerology. So basically you have certain aspects, meaning the relationship between planets. Like for instance, you have what's called a sextile. Mm-hmm. That's a 60-degree connection between the planets. And if you look at numerology, that's 6. That 6 is about supporting and bringing balance between something. And there's an opportunity between that when you're working with somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then what happens if you know that you are a Life Path 1 Gemini? You just out of
Life Path 1 Gemini,
yeah.
You're probably very rambunctious.
Wow.
I've been called worse. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's putting it kindly.
You being a Life Path 1 Gemini means that basically you have a lot of diversity and versatility in you. You think quick on your feet, but you also engage in this leadership role. You're very ambitious. And with that one type of energy, I noticed that one type of energy is very hands-on with situations. If you're creating something and making something happen, you have to be in the mix. It's not standoffish.
I feel called out again. Why did I even mention that? I'm a number Life Path 1 Gemini, for God's sakes.
You wanted to hear more about you.
I mean, I kind of did, yeah. But then what happens? Because do you also use like the other planets and risings and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that's astrology. See, a lot of people mainly think they only know and recognize most of the time is their sun sign, because that's the most recognizable.
Right.
You know that you were born either at the end of May or beginning of June, so you know you're a Gemini. But if you know the time that you're born, then when I look at your chart, it's going to give me your rising sign. Right. That rising sign sets the precedent for your whole chart, because now once I do that, that's how you initially engage with the rising. Then when I look at your emotional makeup, I'm going to be looking for your moon. That sun is your ego, your confidence, your skill set that comes out. Right. So that's why we mainly look at those big 3 initially. But those big 3 right there, they have relationships with the rest of the planets as well. And we look for those relationships or the challenges there within in order to kind of help you, guide you along the way, or break down personality traits that you may have, or even indicators of psychic abilities, since we're here at Spirit Fest, that you can see within those charts.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I'll save you the trouble. I'm a rising and moon Libra. So, yeah.
You play too hard to make people happy, don't you?
Dang it. Yet
I
again.
don't know any of that. All I know is I'm Cancer.
But right there, if that's the case, that plays in also to kind of how you learn and adapt to different things, because that means that if you're a Libra rising, that means that your Gemini sun is in the 9th house. So this will be indicative of right now, this whole publishing factor right there, getting things out through a communicative fashion right there. Also teaching the education and bringing the kind of local things about it or the kind of minute small things, because the opposite of Gemini is Sagittarius, which you would do big things. So now you're breaking it down as far as a communal type style because it's Gemini as far as education goes.
He just called me short. I think he just called me short. Diminutive. I heard that word out there.
Say communicative, not
Communicative.
diminutive.
Oh.
Big difference.
I was just reading into things now. So I find
Oh, my
it
goodness.
interesting that all these different modalities, whether it's numerology, astrology, life, human design, all these things, they're all very different. The source cards, and yet they all speak the same. Yeah.
So
Or is
I
it
know
different
a little bit.
aspects?
I know a little bit about human design. So
Okay.
with human design, it's a blend of a bunch of different modalities, but it does pull aspects of astrology in there, along with some I Ching, and then you can also look at the numerology of certain things going on. If you pull certain gates and you pull different channels in human design and you break it down numerologically, you can see the whole energetic effect, how it still connects with human design. And then the planetary aspects, if you look at your individual planets based on whatever gate they in for human design, it does from that aspect give more nuance to how your Mercury might be interacting or how your Saturn might be interacting along with your sun. And then they introduce and let you know the most, astrologists don't talk about is your earth sign. So you get that from human design. You can also look at that from the astrological aspect as well. So your earth, I know you're about to ask, is in Sagittarius. So you're comfortable with the big ideas, the travel, the huge education, understanding, and a lot of travel. So you got the short travel with your son, and then you're like, I'd rather be more comfortable traveling somewhere long distance, having fun, maybe even out of the country.
Definitely. That's definitely me.
Yes.
Holy smoke. You said a lot of words about Jupiter, houses, and trines and things like that.
I have a question
Oh,
about the astrology side. So everyone talks about Mercury and retrograde, and it's like this big scary thing. Like, oh, Mercury is in retrograde. Don't do anything. Just stay in bed. Is there an opposite? Is there like a good, like, hey, this is in this grade? or
Everything
something?
except Mercury retrograde.
See, here's the thing. When planets go retrograde, just not Mercury, because right now Mercury is not the only planet retrograde. You also have Neptune retrograde. You also have Pluto retrograde right now. So that's also going on. But when it's retrograde, it's a lot of focus is turned internally towards self and not projected out to the world. So when Mercury goes retrograde and how it's governing all this technology and not, then it's directing everything inside. So now all the rewiring and everything gets confused in circuitry and everything. So now that's why it's going haywire. So it kind of wants us to step back and take a kind of personal look at ourselves and kind of detach from this outside world sometimes when you're looking at the Mercury retrograde.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like talking to yourself.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Okay.
Mercury communication,
Mhm.
internal communication with self.
Oh, all right.
Did you get that?
Kind of.
Okay, because I
You talk to yourself all the time, so I don't know.
Mercury doesn't matter. Mercury, Schmercury. It's just that's all I do. So you talked a lot about all these terms in astrology, planets and trines and houses and all that kind of stuff. It's
Lions and
so
tigers and bears.
oh my! It's so complicated. It's so complicated.
It does, but
Charts.
think of these aspects as a relationship. Each one of these planets have a particular archetype, a particular energy, and these aspects are just the relationship between the planets. So when I say sextile, I say trine. If I say square or opposition, it is the relationship that this planet has with the other planet. And the trines and sextiles, sometimes conjunctions can be harmonious depending on how the planet is placed in your chart. And the oppositions or challenges are basically learning lessons. We don't have to always pinpoint like this is just so extremely negative. We just have to learn these lessons. There's certain hurdles that we have to get over when we're making our way through life.
Well, I know that Schoolhouse Rock just went through Karen's head as soon as he said conjunction. I could see all over her face.
What's your function?
Yeah, I know, Karen. Yeah.
So if someone comes here to Spirit Fest in the next 2.5 hours and they want to sit with
Please
you,
come.
Yes.
Please come.
Yeah, come on. What are you waiting for?
What can they expect from a session with you?
We can dig in, get a little bit of insight. You can get a little bit of strategy, development. We can unlock some traits that you may not know you had, or we can give you confirmation on certain things.
Okay.
And so you do it basically. You ask someone's birth date, and that's it.
I got to get the birthday,
Like
whether
birthday,
or not
you-
it's astrology or numerology.
Go ahead.
I need that birthday.
But do you need the time of birth?
For
and do you need
astrology
the
to
date,
be
the
accurate,
location?
location and birth time to be accurate with astrology. You
Well,
need
I mean, don't
that.
you want to be accurate? Because
Yeah, you want to be accurate, but everybody doesn't know their birth time. So then,
Hmm.
if that's the case, you can still approximate. Like if they know within a couple of hours, and I'll let them know. Like, so your ascendant and your moon, they might be a little bit off, but we can look at the rest of the planets because they're most likely going to have that same degree for that whole day.
Okay. But then what if someone doesn't have their time of birth or whatever? I mean, how close? Because you say you just got to be accurate, but
Yeah,
how close can you
Accurate-ish.
get there?
your ascendant switches every 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah, your ascendant. So that changes your whole rising sign or rising degree, how you engage.
Oh, so
or
maybe
show
not
up.
even bother if you don't know your time.
I mean, like I said, you can approximate, but you can still look at different things in the chart. You may not have the rising sign, but you can still see the other planetary relations that
Got
they
it.
have and determine other things that are going on. Those aspects will still be there. The house system just helps us see what areas of life that they'll play out in.
Oh, gotcha.
You know.
Okay.
Now, what about with numerology? Do you need to know the time for that?
No, we don't need to know the time, but there are certain techniques you can use the time for, but we don't need the time. I can just look at the day you were born, the month, and the year. I'll let you know the psyche, which is how you basically think and your initial response to things. What we call your approach number, which is how you engage and interact in situations. And then your life path, which is basically your trajectory in life.
Okay.
So I know when I was younger, one of my favorite things to do when I got the newspaper is to go right to the horoscope and read out my horoscope to
Yep.
see what my day was going to be like.
Mhm.
Is that the kind of stuff that you do, or is it more about getting to know who you are and what your challenges are, so you're pre-warned?
More getting about know who you are and maybe indicators of things you want to look out for. Both of these are a blueprint and a guide to kind of help you navigate life.
Okay.
You know, we're not going to be able to always pinpoint the exact specifics, but we can throw out the warning sign that be cautious and beware, because whether it's numbers or whether it's planets, there's always a polarity of energy. Everything is not going to go one way. Nothing is not going to be all good. It's never going to be all bad.
Right.
And sometimes it's just going to be pretty much neutral. But this is what you need to bring your awareness to when you come see somebody like me or somebody else, that we're going to help you bring your awareness to these situations.
And it's not just people, right? It can also be the astrology of an event or astrology of a
Exactly.
company or something like that. So you can look at the stars to make a decision whether should I leap or hold.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, like, honestly, the beginning, I pulled the chart for this event for the beginning of the day, and the energy was pretty massive. It
Yeah.
was like a pentagram in the chart this morning at 10 o'clock for this event.
Wow.
So the energy is crazy. It's like you had a air trine wrapped up in a mystical triangle, wrapped all the way around with a pentagon around it, and it's a pentagram. I'm looking at the chart this morning, like, oh my goodness. So the energy is so high in here.
So what does that mean? The energy's so high. What
It's a
did
lot.
someone
So
expect?
with that air trine, I expected a lot of communication, a lot of things maybe quick changing and moving going on with that, a lot of like kind of thoughts exchanging between people without words being said. So similar to like maybe telepathy going on between people without them not even really knowing it. And then you got that mystic triangle, is that sextiles are opportunities, trines are free flowing energy. So you have these opportunities free flowing back and forth, and people maybe not even realizing.
That explains a lot. Explains the conversation we just had.
It does. It does. So if someone was getting ready to launch a business, would it be a good idea to come to you to kind of look at maybe dates? Like maybe I shouldn't do it next week. Maybe I should.
we kind of look at certain dates. I mean, we are in a 1 year, but this is a universal 1 year. So people have their personal years. And that's one thing I look at for them. Even though this may be a year of creation, you may be in a 4 years. So fours are structures moving in truth, but sometimes fours do come with a little bit of challenges in order for you to get to that foundation, that structure, and learn the truth of which you should be moving towards.
Who made these rules? Who made it that the 4 was challenging?
Man, it's a lot of ancient people that came up with all these things.
Oh, those ancients, man. Why could you just get good stuff?
I know, right?
I mean, the 4 it's not always bad, but you know, it can come with some challenges.
Yeah.
But you just have to see that 4 is a diligent, work hard energy. but 4 sometimes is stuck in its own way because it sets certain parameters and it becomes inflexible.
Mm.
So even though you want to stand in your truth, you got to be a little bit flexible to kind of see that your foundation is not the only foundation at play.
What? Sorry.
Not surprised.
I am a number 1 Gemini, so
See, that Gemini energy got a duality to it, but see, Geminis, they don't sit in a fixed energy because it's a duality, it's a versatility with Gemini. They can bounce back and forth through anything.
yeah.
That's why Geminis know how to work a room.
That's
they can fit
right.
in any conversation.
And that's why yesterday I was much better at interviewing than I am today. So that just goes to show you.
So what do you think? Is Gemini and Cancer, is it a good match?
Gemini and
Oh,
Cancer.
yeah. Or are we
So,
doomed?
so,
So who's the You're the
read,
Cancer?
I'm the
read the room, Lorenzo.
So
read the
basically,
room.
you don't kind of see a lot of things he want to do if you're Cancer, because if you're looking at it from a general perspective, he sits behind you in the chart. So
Oh,
sometimes things he may want to do may go unrecognized to you.
wow.
But at the same time, because you're Cancer, you kind of support and bolster him up, bring worth to a lot of ideas that he comes up with.
Oh, well, that I do.
I mean, I feel like he just took my words and just said it himself. Just exactly what I said and just regurgitated everything I said. So.
Oh, as long as you're not getting shifty while you're there, but back behind me.
This is a family show, guys. Let's keep it back on. Get it back on track.
Wow.
So, all right. So, numerology seems like it's a little bit more limited than astrology.
No, it's not limited.
Okay.
It's just more accessible.
More accessible.
Oh.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
anyone can do math. Not everyone can read the stars.
No, it's
And
not
not
that
everyone can do math.
it's not as simple as just doing the math. Yes, you can do the calculations, but you also have to be able to interpret the energy of it. Just because you have a 4, where's that 4 placed at?
Oh,
Is that 4 placed mentally? Is it placed on how you engage,
So-
or is it placed in how you're supposed to move forward in life?
so how do you tell where it's placed? Because on the chart,
You
on the
gotta
astrology chart, you can see okay, it's placed here. But
You
on the
create
numerology
what we
chart,
call a numeral scope.
what?
So I would create a numeral scope, and then I would look at your psyche. That's going to be, say, if you had a 4 mind, that's going to be how you think. So that's how you're processing the information.
Man, I just
If
told you how
you have
astrology is so complicated, and then now you're making numerology more complicated now
Yeah,
too.
it's not, I mean, everything's complicated before you learn it.
Well, that's
You know?
true.
Fair
You know,
point.
before you learn how to tie your shoe, it was hard.
Oh, it's still hard.
Yes, Velcro shoes. That rabbit going around the tree or whatever.
2 bows and loop them through.
That's much easier way to do it. That's I learned. Yeah.
So if someone doesn't know their birth date, but they want an accurate reading, will you do
Don't
just a
know.
numerology
There are
reading?
some people who don't know their birth date.
Or not
and
date, I'm sorry, time is what I meant.
birth time. I would lean toward numerology, but if they're in the ballpark,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like say I was born between, they think they were born between 7 and 8 p.m. I would say, okay, let's go with 7:30. I'll let them know this is approximate because we don't know the exact. So I can put you in the range. I would check and see if the moon sign is going to move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of at least give them an overview of generally like a moon in Leo or a moon in Aries, what that would be like. When you can get the degree, you can pinpoint a lot of additional information and you can give the nuance to what's going on with people's particular planets when you have the exact degrees.
Okay. So, and when I was starting to ask you, I misspoke and said birth date, and you said that there might be some people that don't know their birth date. Have you ever encountered that?
I haven't personally yet, but my teacher has.
Really?
Yes, and he said he came across a couple people they didn't know their exact birthday. You know what? That's not true because on this online app that I usually engage with,
Man, I thought
there
it
was
was
a couple person. There was a person that did come by and didn't know their exact birthday. It was like between 1 or 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes what happens is people who may not be here, live here in this country, they got adopted, and sometimes they don't know that exact birthday,
Right.
or somebody told them, but it may be documented differently.
Or they just want presents on multiple days.
That too.
Oh, might be doing it all wrong.
But
Me
you
too,
can,
then.
but you can still work with someone in that
Yeah, you can
situation.
still work with somebody.
Okay.
Cool. Well, so then, do you do this just in person, or can someone reach out to you some other way that and you do the charts?
They can reach out to me via Instagram at enigmatic_Zoe. Reach out to me. You can go to coreconfidencelife.com. go to the consultation section and you can set up an appointment with me there.
Great.
So there are a couple ways that I could be reached out to, and
Cool.
we can do a reading virtually.
And what does your consultation look like? Do you sit across from them and tell them stuff, or do you record it and send it to them? Or
Oh no, if we're doing a virtual, it's live.
okay,
We can hop on a Zoom or any other kind of video chat type of platform,
Mhm.
and I'll go through their chart aspects with them because feedback is always good.
right.
And do they have to have their chart done ahead of time, or do you create the chart there? Because I thought that took a while.
Which chart?
The astrological.
The astrological chart. I
Or the
we-
numerology scope. I mean,
Yeah, the neural scope.
Yeah.
I mean, we can pull a natal chart once they have the information. I tend to like to pull the chart ahead of time
Mhm.
so that I can make it more efficient for them.
Yeah.
So that if they have preset questions with the natal chart, I can already have those kind of answered for
Mhm.
them, and then move from there with any additional questions that they might have. And the same thing with the numeral scope. Have their initial placements already calculated so
Mhm.
that I can just go ahead and give them that overview, give them a little more time back so that they have these additional questions. We can dive deeper into other areas or further into what they've already received.
Gotcha. Okay, well, very cool. So whether you are here in person, and which is what we prefer, you
Mhm.
come in. You still have a couple hours.
Still
that
got
you
a
can do it.
little bit of time left. Got 2
Yeah.
hours. Come on and have a seat with
Yeah,
me.
come on and meet Lorenzo in person. Come and meet us in person, or you could just reach out to him online and get your consultation. Because if you felt his energy is strong doing this interview across this medium, that's nothing like seeing him in person. So,
Well, thank you.
yeah, by all means, Lorenzo, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for
having
stopping
me.
by and saying hi.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for watching or listening to this. As we mentioned many times, we're at the Virginia Beach Convention Center at Spirit Fest, and I don't know why you're not. You should be here.
Please come.
Yeah,
Just feel the energy. Just walk in the door.
it is great energy. You
Mhm.
did really want to, definitely want to feel this out. But we will maybe see you again later, maybe not. But regardless, this has been a ton of fun. Really appreciate you hanging out with us all day, the last couple of days. Until the next time we see you, we will leave you now with our regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
Good day.